Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If I am looking super rough today, it is because I had no intentions of filming a video today, but I've been back in my decluttering mood and I kind of felt like getting rid of some books because I have too many, and I was thinking about it and none of them were jumping out at me as ones that I just wanted to get out immediately. So I decided that I was going to film another try a chapter tag just to see where some of these fall. Most of these I would say were impulse buys, books I've had for a really long time. That's pretty much where they fall. None of these were well-researched purchases, so we'll see how this goes. I just kind of want to take it very chill, very relaxed. I think the last time I did this, I kept most of the books, so we'll see how today goes. Let's just jump into these books. So first up is Evie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes. This is a little different because I actually didn't pay for this book. This book was withdrawn from my library and I grabbed it off of the withdrawn shelf and just kind of took off the library stickers. I have no idea what this is about. I had originally checked this out when it first came out, right around the time, I don't think it was right when I started at the library, but toward the beginning of when I was starting at the library, probably beginning of 2019, yeah. And I never read it. And so when I saw it on the withdrawn shelf, I was kind of well, here you go, here's your chance. But now I'm do I want to read this? So let's try the chapter, shall we? So this one's really hard. The first chapter was very, very short. It basically just talks about how she's in the middle of leaving her husband when he's in a car accident and dies. Not a spoiler, it's in the synopsis. But after reading the synopsis and remembering this is about her, and I guess gauging from the summary, she locks herself away in her house for a year and everyone thinks it's grief at her husband's death, but that's obviously not what it is because she was leaving him, but she doesn't correct anybody. And then it's about another guy named Dean, yeah, who's a professional baseball player and he can't pitch straight anymore, so he's invited to spend some time in Maine to figure it out. I don't know how I feel about this. Let me see if the reviews on this, or if I know anybody who's read it, because I'm very meh about it at the current moment, and I kind of just feel are you ever actually going to reach for this? While it sounds good, the first chapter was written well, I didn't have a problem with the writing, I'm just kind of will I ever choose to read this book? Okay, 3.84 on Goodreads. Nobody that I know well has read it. I don't know. I don't own a lot of romance books, so I might keep this for now and it might go into another self-destruct video or some sort of challenge video. I'm unsure. We'll wait till the end of the video. Okay. Next up, we have an impulse buy. This is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. I've heard great things about Susanna Clark. I own Piranesi and really want to read it. We'll see if I ever do. But this, I don't know why I picked it up. It's huge. This isn't the greatest edition of it either. I got it for $2 from my library book sale. It was an impulse buy. Christmas 2005. Dear Emma, with love and friendship and all the very sincerest wishes for a 2006 filled with happiness and adventure, Michael. Well, Michael, Emma got rid of your book. So let's read the first chapter of this because I have no idea what this is about. So think the first chapter is a lot longer than Evie Drake. I am going to pass this on. So reading it, I just have a feeling at this point I'm not gonna pick this up. I'm just never gonna pick up an over 1,000-page book about magic. While I think this would probably be great, the format of this is just feels like a Bible, and I would rather maybe listen to this, maybe get this on Kindle, maybe have this just be like a more like long form reading experience, something I take a few months to do here and there. I just don't think I'm gonna pick it up. So I'm going to get rid of it. Next up, another impulse purchase. This is Dominicana by Angie Cruz. I got this at my local independent bookstore one day right when things were opening back up after the pandemic first hit. And I just was looking to buy something basically. So I picked this up, but I know nothing about it. And I also am kind of just like, why did you buy that? So let's give it a shot. So I am going to pass this on. While I think it is well written and a really good topic, I can just feel that it's not one that I'm gonna pick up anytime soon, and one that I would add to like my to be checked out list on my library card, but I just don't think I need to own this book at this time. It's definitely one that I think at some point I would want to read. I just don't think it's going to be anytime soon, so it probably shouldn't take up space. And now that I say that, I'm also going to get rid of this one. I'm just going to put it on my list that I have through my library, and I will either check out the audiobook or whatever, but it doesn't make sense to hold on to it. Okay, going well so far. Next up, we have Her One Mistake by Heidi Perks. This was an impulse buy at probably Books A Million, and it says, "What's a Little Lie Between Friends?" It was blurbed by Lisa Jewell, Megan Miranda. Let's find out. Oh, I did not talk about this. This is about a 15-year-old girl living in the Dominican Republic. What's her name? Anna. And she is proposed to by a 30-year-old man who promises to take her to New York City, so she accepts the proposal in order to get to America. But yeah, it sounds good and it's written really well. I just think it would be better if I checked it out. Honestly, most books I should just check out. I should really stop impulse buying books, because most of the time they're books that I would want to read, but it's going to take me so long that I should just check them out from the library. Let's try this one. I think this is about a missing kid. Another short one. All right, let's read the synopsis, and then I'm going to look it up on Goodreads. Charlotte was supposed to be looking after the children she swears she was. What should have been a fun-filled, carefree day takes a tragic turn for the worse for one mother when her best friend's child goes missing in the suspenseful, compulsively readable, and darkly twisted psychological thriller. Okay, I'm going to look this up on Goodreads. Basically, all I learned from this is that Charlotte was watching her own children and her best friend's one child when her best friend's child goes missing, and then the police are like bearing down on both of them. So let's see what Goodreads has to say. 3.92, not great, not awful. This is going to be another one I just put on my to be checked out from the library list. I just have a feeling this isn't going to be one that I will keep after I read. So, like with most thrillers that fall into that category, I'm just going to check them out of the library. I have to always remind myself that even if I'm excited about a thriller, I should probably just check it from the library because the odds of me liking it enough to read it again are slim. Going well. Like, for someone who wants to get rid of books, this is going well. Okay, next up, The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. I know I got this, I bought it from Barnes & Noble, probably for like full price, on my birthday, on what would appear to be my 20th birthday, because it came out 2016, and have not read it since, obviously. So, let's see. Surprisingly, I'm gonna keep this. Even as I was reading the first chapter, I was like, I really don't know if I want to read this. This is not really my thing. Like spy or like government agent things are not usually my cup of tea, but weirdly I didn't hate the first chapters, and I'm kind of like, I kind of just want to read it and see what it's about. So I'm surprisingly keeping this book. And then we have Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zuzak. I was so excited when this book was coming out. It's a signed copy. I had read The Book Thief and was like, oh my gosh, Marcus Zuzak has another book coming out. I must read it. And then I think I tried to read the first chapter like right around when it did come out, and I was like, what the hell is this? So we're gonna give it another shot, and I'm going to be kind to myself. If this is not for me, that's okay, I can get rid of it. Let's find out. Oh no. I don't know how I feel. I'm gonna look at Goodreads again. Oh, 3.8. Okay. I'm going to keep this. Surprisingly. I don't really know why. I think it's the writing, mostly because the writing is beautiful, and even in that first chapter I was like, my god, this man can write. So I don't know when I'm gonna read it, but I feel like this is one, unlike the other four, like, you know, being like, or the other three that I'm gonna just add to my library checkout list, it feels a little different. It feels like the Evie Drake and Her One Mistake and Dominicana, I will eventually get to and not put off, but I feel like I already have this mental block when it comes to this book with it sitting on my shelves, and I know that if I just add it to a list, I will never get to it. So I'm gonna keep it. It's also a signed copy, so I think that's also playing into it. And what's funny was that was gonna be my last book, and then there's a book you're sitting on a pile of books, and the book at the bottom, I'm gonna add in here. Give me one sec. City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I believe this was donated to the library, and I just grabbed it off the shelf because we weren't going to put it into the collection, so I was just like, yeah, I'll take it. But I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to it. So this was a book that, much like Evie Drake, and mostly just Evie Drake, I had this checked out at one point, didn't get to it, And now it's sitting there. So let's see. I am going to pass this on and add this to my ever-growing list of books to check out from the library. So while I think I would enjoy this book a lot, I know that it's just going to sit on my shelf. And the way that I do my list at the library thing, I am way more likely to read it then than I am all of the books that surround me right now. So that just goes to show ya, don't buy books impulsively. And the 2 books that I'm keeping are the books, like, I went into Barnes & Noble that day knowing that this book was what I wanted. You're sitting on Bridge of Clay, but the rain, I apologize, it just like blew in here. And I knew that I was getting this book from Target. I like distinctly remember buying each of these books. These other books, you know, we have straight up impulse buys at stores. And then we have books I grabbed from the withdrawn shelf at work, which I no longer work at the library, so that can't happen again. Or books that I found on the library, Friends of the Library website for $2. So it goes to show ya, don't buy books impulsively, guys. It just doesn't work. There's already books that I have not even hauled to you yet. Actually, I don't think I hauled this. I don't think I hauled this one. I might have hauled this one. That, you know, I just hauled that I'm like, those were impulse buys. Why did you buy those? So I might be doing this again quite shortly with another small pile of books. But hey, I got rid of 5 books, kept 2. I like the ratio there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. It was kind of cozy, I think. I don't know, I felt very cozy when the rain started. But thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Bye.